Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I am here with Purple Big Bird Journal. The Purple Big Bird Journal. It is finished. So this is the third journal that I've made using the original The Purple Kit. And then on this one I did add a few items from my stash. So I've just used a ribbon closure that is tucked behind the spine here so that the ribbon won't go away. The book is 5 3/4 by 8 1/2, and so 8 1/2 by 5 3/4, and it is a book. It's one of the Lillian Jackson cat books that I love to repurpose, and I was able to use the original spine and everything. And so this is a smaller book. It is about 44 pages, large and small pages, and so that's probably a great place for a beginner to start, or if you want to just document a certain period of time or something, that it would be great. So let me tell you a little bit about the outside here. So we have lace on the spine with some of the fiber that I've weaved through it, and then I was like, oh well, you know what, that's kind of plain, so we can have a tassel on this one. The last one wasn't, it was this lace, and it was so beautiful. It's like, I don't want to put anything else on there, so I didn't attach a tassel on the last one. I did send the tassel as a gift. So she got a tassel, but it wasn't attached to the book. So, but this one is. So, I used some of Georgia's amazing wired gold eyelash trim, and I added the beads. So I put the bead on, and then I rolled up the edge and made a stop for the bead. I added this little bead dangle here, and just some of the fibers that I had in the kit, and onto a bulb pin. It is, I put an eyelet through the spine and attached it that way. So, and then I just turned it upside down so that the round part of the bulb pin is at the top, and the washer fits perfectly right inside there. So, yeah, so if this is on your shelf, this is what you're going to see. Isn't that pretty? If it's laying on your table, this is what you're going to see. So, this is Big Bird. And when I was making it, we kept calling it Big Bird because there is a little bird too. So this was Big Bird. And I used muslin to cover the book, and then a piece of the aster material. I used it for the back and for the front. And then I made this really large tag out of the book paper and put it on there, and distressed it and sewed around it, and then I collaged the napkin onto the top of it all, and then I went and added these flowers and some lace and bling, a little bit of gold string here, and a book flower with bling. And like I said, this is a piece of the lace that was left from making the other book. Okay, you open it up, and this is the first page. We have a tuck spot where you can write your information, but it doesn't have to be where everyone can see it. It can be there, but it doesn't have to be where everyone can see it. Then we have 3 or 4 items in the first pocket. Looks like 4. So we have a card made and distressed with purple ink out of some cardstock that was in the kit. Everything pretty much was in the kit, except for Georgia's eyelash string and a couple other things that I'll show you. The bird on the tree, that is a digital kit in my, I believe that's in the Sounds of April digital kit. We have this oval and a tag that we made. Okay. Okay, I'm sticking to some tape over here. It's really annoying. So I collaged one of the hydrangea napkins here and added one of the embellishments. You'll see these throughout. They are on book paper, ripped out. The image is fussy cut. The book paper is ripped out, and then I sewed around it. This one is on some of the purple mesh. We added lace to the edge, and here's some of the wired eyelash trim from Georgia. Okay, so we get here and we have a pocket made out of cardstock. This is from the Precious Moments papers. We have these 3 items. We have a tag made out of a time card, a purple tag, and this is a little card flip thing that just has one of the images from the digital kit. We have, this is from the mouse pad. It's coloring mouse pad and gives you plenty of room to write here. This is a organizational page from that my dad had gifted me, and the last ones of these are in the purple digital kits, or the purple kits, excuse me, the purple kits that were listed in my Etsy shop today. So here is a fluffy border, and it's using that really cool sounding paper. I made ruffles and one of those images and this awesome ribbon and some flowers. Up here where the holes are, I attached an eyelet, and then I attached this tag right into the hole. And this is a collaged tag with one of the images of the Victorian, Edwardian, and other ladies digital kit from my Etsy shop. However, the kit, this purple kit that I was using here, each one of them came with some of those images because my printer ran out of yellow ink, and I had told it to print me a whole bunch, and it printed them and they came out purple. So I just gifted them into the purple kit. Then we have one of the flower blings that I made and another flower up here. We have another one of these images here with the fussy sewing around it on the tulip page. The tulip page has a fold, and on it I've put one of the decorated postcards. So these postcards have like a computer on them or something, and I took and used one of the digital images, and then I embellished it down here. So this flips out and there's more places to write. You could put a picture in here. This book is perfect for pictures. The only place you might not want to put pictures is in the front here and on this page here and this page. Because this is coffee dyed and it has high acid content. But the rest of the book, except for the front and backs of the signatures, would be great. So this is steno pad here, and I made a tag out of one of those children's name card plates and added the fluffy lace here and a flower embellishment. Here we have an envelope with one of the digital images. This one is printed in the 5x7 because each page has 4 of the digital postcards. So if you print them 8x10, they come out regular size. If you print them 5x7, they come out smaller. So actually no, this is printed 3.5x5 because you can see that you could put 4 of those on her. So this is printed at 3.5x5. You open it up and it has an image inside. And this one is also, this is one of the ladies printed at 3.5x5 or 4x6-ish. Okay. Oh. How did I have it in there? Here's a rainy day paper. This is from the digital kit, the Sounds of April. digital kit. And I just printed it at 3.5 by 5 size and cut it out. And the distressing on it is from the digital. And then I just attached a couple of the pansies up here. This is vintage wallpaper, a piece of lace from a tablecloth, and a flower image. Here we have one of the fluffy lace added to a white tag, and a little calendar page, and this little tag has some of the trim, and I just folded it over and attached it with my tiny attacher from Jana. Thank you. And here's the center of the signature, and I just added these little flower sequins. I think they're fun. So turn it here, and we have a little, and at the other steno page, and it's folded up and made into a pocket. I did leave the rough edge up there because I think it's cool. I made a template using the mason jar that was in the kit, and there was a video on this, and I cut it. I folded a piece of paper in half and then put the fold underneath where the template was so that the fold would not get cut off. Plenty of places to write. This is the address page for this book. It has one of the flat paper clips using one of the images. This one is printed in the wallet size. So you get 4 images, the 4 different postcard images, and this is what they cut down to be. So here is the back of the address page, and it has a beautiful floral picture, and I added a pocket out of the book paper with an image collaged on from the napkin. Here's another one of the vintage ladies, and I just added some lace and sewed around it. Here's one of the little tiny, this is probably from the wallet size. Anyway, so we have this little tiny one. There we go. And we have this little piece of the wrapping paper. And those are all down here in this little flip up. I made the pocket and had a flip up. So then there's this little tiny notebook as well, and it has another one of the images on the front there. And we have the rainy day, and it's been sewn onto one of the postcards. Here we have an enjoy, and it's attached. This is extra out of my stash. Just added some lace coming off the top, and just added it there. So held over here on the side with the paper, with the fiber paper clip that has the purple eyelash and then the gold wired eyelash in it. There's a note paper. There is a wrapping paper fold and a digital flower song. And that is from the Spring Blossom kit, the add-on to that. We have a tag here, and it's tied through one of the holes at the top. It's using one of the digital images, and it just has a little embellishment with a fluffy flower, some gold thread, and the piece of ribbon that said memories. This paper clip is holding in a postcard that has been collaged with a napkin, but I left it so that you would still see the stamp, and it was really cool because when you put the napkin on, the postmark and everything still, and the postcard words and stuff still stayed there. So that was a printout. Here's the other side of the coloring page. We have the really large tag made out of some cardstock with one of the little embellishments sewn on. And we have a tag cut out of the time card. There's a little tuck flip tuck spot here, and it has a stamp with the, and then it's sewn onto book paper, and there is some of the napkin collaged on it, onto this purple paper. Here we have a little wrapping paper flip and an image that was printed from the digital kit, and it's underneath this flat paper clip that has another one of these embellishments, but this time I added a pansy and the gold medallion onto it. We have some lace over here on the side that's been sewn on, and we have this fun little bell with some beads that hangs off of this lace. The back of the paper clip, the flat paper clip, has the little swirly, and I learned that from Tracy Fox, and she learned it from someone else, but I don't remember who the someone else was, but I learned it from Tracy Fox. So this is a belly band. It has this note paper behind it and an embellishment here. And this is the back of one of the postcards. And so there is, in the digital kit, it's 3 postcards in a row. And if you you do the 5x7 size, they and you tell it you want 3, or no, you want 1 or 2, because you can do 2 pages, and then you can just cut them straight across, and you get 3 belly bands, and that's using the whole piece of paper. Okay, so then we have another one of the flat paper clips, and this one is made with the pansy images, and we have things to do. We have fussy cut flowers here from one of the digital images, and it's on top of a piece of that lace. This is a bag, and inside it has a vintage index card that you can go ahead and write on or put pictures, and some note paper. And this note paper, it's really interesting. It's from Dollar General, and it has like a little bit of a lavender tinge. You see it if you put it up against something white. So next we have Little Bird, and Little Bird is sitting on a teacup, and that was also a napkin, and so I fussy cut around it and collaged it onto some book paper, onto the postcard, and I sewed around the square of the book paper and then also around the note card. Then I also put some material underneath it, so we'd have the lavender as well, and it made this really, really sturdy. We have a doily here. Here we have an envelope, and I used the flap of the envelope as a pocket. Now you can cut either here or here if you want to, and have another pocket as well. Here's a flat paper clip, and today it's just holding some purple note paper. Has some fibers up on the top. So in the pocket, well, behind the pocket, we have one of the note cards that's just being attached with the paper clip. Down here we have, these are Dollar Tree stickers that were included in the kit, and some lace and some bling. And on another banner band that was in the stamps. No, not stamps. Stickers from Dollar Tree. So we have a purple tag with the eyelash, the gold eyelash trim, and a tag with the purple, and those just go right in there. And we have another one of the lady images, and she is collaged with a napkin and then fussy sewn. And we had a little bit of reaction to the paper and the ink when I put her on this paper, And so there's a little bit of a pinkish tinge to the purple on this one. We have the little embellishment here. And you can see on the back, we have, you can see the sewing. So here we have one of the banners from the sticker sheet. This pretty bling sticker came from Gina. And she gifted bling for this and the purple bling lace, the Precious Moments papers, the cool card you're going to see in a minute. A bunch of purple stuff came from Gina. Thank you, Gina. So, and Georgia. Thank you, Georgia. And Valerie. Thank you, Valerie and Jenna. Their things have ended up in these books and in the kits. So we have the hydrangea here, the hydrangea pot, and it's a note paper that I had in my stash. And then we have this purple paper that I had gotten at Staples, and I had used this one as a blotter, so there's a little bit of lavender ink there, and it just goes right in there. I made this into a tuck pocket. We have some lace sewn on here with some of Georgia's gold eyelash trim. And then here I made, I don't know if you saw the Stamp Away Saturday, I did Shrinky Dinks one day, and I had this cute little bird, and I thought that he would be really cute on Big Bird. So I've attached the Shrinky Dink to this one with a little bell and a little purple bead on a purple bulb pin. The purple bulb pin came from Georgia as well. Thank you again, Georgia. So we have a little fluffy border thing here with another one of those embellishments, some dot, dot, dot here. This is a sticker from the Dollar Tree. We have a pocket made out of an envelope, and I've cut it right here so that we know that it's a pocket. I actually forgot it was a pocket till I was going through, and I was like, oh, we need to put something in there. So I added this little flip, and it's just 2 of the printed postcards, and I folded them, and I have stuck it in this little pocket. There's also a pocket in the back of the envelope, and it has some receipt paper. It has another one of those big index cards, and this one has a sticker on it with the butterflies, and one of those pretty purple note papers. That all goes right in there. Okay, this is the center of the signature, and it has that really pretty purple paper that's kind of pastel-y. It does remind me of a Monet painting, except that it's really pastel. So then we've got the little sequins attached to the center of the signature strings. Here we have a large time card, and I've flipped it up, and I was going to use this as a pocket in the front of the book, but that was before. I was going to do something different for the cover, but once I used the bird, I didn't want to use the same bird as the second page, so instead I put it aside and found it. It found a home back here towards the back of the book. So we have a hydrangea and some eyelash trim, a book paper, and bling. And so we have those embellishments and the collaged napkin Big Bird here. Okay, so, and that's attached with the paper clip. So next we have this image. It's one of my favorite images from the digital kit. And we have some fluffy flowers down here, and some lace, and some of the gold, and some, it just has a little bit of everything. There's some eyelash trim in there, as well as this fuzzy purple stuff. And then in the pocket, we have this large note. We have a postcard image. It's the back of the postcard from, when is it from? August 17. can't, 1914. And then we have this cardstock tag with some of the material as the little the fibers coming out the top. So we have some more of that great paper. This one has some washi on it. It says "Be Wonderful." Here's the other side of the envelope. Again, you could cut it here or across the top, and it could be a pocket. And we have a small pansy tag with the fluffy lace. I say fluffy. And we have an image from the digital kit, and it's backed with purple blotting paper. We have the little lace embellishment here. And then we have, I call this a wallet flip because it reminds me of a wallet where you would just put something. And so we put the Stardust, not memory card, playing card in here. 6 of clubs. So there we go. And that's just being held right in there. Extra writing room. Here we have another one of the Victorian, Edwardian, or other ladies from the digital collection. She's in purple because, you know, remember, there was no yellow ink. So, again, this is an envelope, and you can cut here or there and have another pocket. We have the doily. Here we have the amazing little card that was sent to me from Gina to share with all of you, anyone that purchased a purple kit. So, and I did have enough. She sent me some more, so now they are also in the purple kit that released today. Then we also have this Pansy card, and you can write on the back, and that I used it as a blotter. So, yeah, so I didn't have to use coffee. Here is the back of a postcard image. It's been sewn across the top here, and I just sewed a tab so that would stick out. We have this image here. So this is the image small, and this is the image big. We have a things to do and a yellow receipt. And those all are right here in this bag. And I did cut the bag down so that you would actually see the items. So here is the last page, and we have a music tag with the little flower embellishment with some of the material that kind of just flips up. There's a place to write. And we have this little, I call it a slide pocket because you need to slide something in there. So, yeah, so it's a slide pocket. You could attach it somewhere, and then you would have a place to put items. So it again has another one of the images, and it has this great tag that has been avocado dyed. So on this last page we used, well, you saw the tuck earlier, and then this, they were made from the 8.5 by 11 template. And then here is one of my ruffle paper tabs. So on the back cover we have book page, a pocket made out of cardstock. This was attached before the pocket was attached. It's sewn onto the pocket. We have one of the postcard images in the back here, just waiting for somebody to write on it. So this junk journal, purple big bird junk journal, could be yours. And the price is right in the Etsy shop, and it is there and available now while the supply lasts. I have one of these. So again, it's 44 large and small pages, and lots of places to write, lots of places to still put things that you want to save. and it does come with the tassel. So that is my purple Big Bird junk journal, and it's available now. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, put them down below. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check out the amazing junk journal, or the amazing Make It Junk Journal Challenge. The link to the video with the rules and where you let me know that you're interested, and the prizes. It's down below. So I will see you soon. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. Make it amazing. Bye.